Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Tennessee going to have a lot of kids on campus this weekend. Big recruiting cookout going to be taking place. One of those guys, elite four-star linebacker Chris Cole. He's out of Salem, Virginia. Actually teammates with current Tennessee commit running back Peyton Lewis. Dropped his top 8 back earlier in the month. He listed Miami, Georgia, Tennessee, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, Penn State, USC, and Alabama. Where is Tennessee at in the mix? Well, he wanted to make it back in town for an official visit, so we're going to get into it. What about linebacker recruiting? You know, Tennessee did a pretty good job last cycle landing Arian Carter, Jalen Smith, Jeremiah T-Lander. Now we look at the class of 24. Wasn't really sure if Tennessee was going to look to take 2 linebackers or if they wanted to add 3 in this class. You've already locked down Edwin Spillman. Also, 4-star linebacker Jordan Burns was the first to jump in the boat and commit to Tennessee. At one point, they were recruiting Tylen Singleton. He commits to LSU, and you kind of wonder whether or not Tennessee is going to continue to recruit a linebacker, and now some momentum is starting to be generated with Chris Cole. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it, but as always, do me a favor. Let's take care of some YouTube stuff. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. That is quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not talking at you. We are talking with you. We are building a community of Tennessee fans right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop videos. Also, shout out to the members of the channel. You guys keep the lights on around here. You want to give a little bit more, hit that join button down below. It's $1. $1 a month. If you enjoy the videos, the live streams, the atmosphere, the community, if you like what we do, hit that join button. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about Chris Cole again. 4-star linebacker out of Salem, Virginia, 6'2.5", 210 pounds. You can see there, 53rd ranked player nationally, top 5 linebacker, number 1 player out of the state of Virginia. Again, teammates with Tennessee running back commit Peyton Lewis, who is, I've heard rumored that he could possibly be taking the trip with Chris Cole. He may be in town as well. Now, Cole has taken official visits to Penn State, Virginia Tech, Georgia, and Miami. Also took unofficials to those same schools back in the spring. He was actually in Knoxville during the spring as well, took in a spring practice. This is a quote after that visit. Said, the first time I went down there, really enjoyed the coaching and just the atmosphere. It was a great vibe when I went there. And then after these past 3 weeks, they've turned it all the way up. He says, I've been staying in contact with him mostly on the daily. Really, I'd say it would be super important to me. I just wanted to go back. I still really liked Tennessee when I went down there the first time. Really enjoyed myself. So before I commit, I was just like, can I get back down there and talk to these coaches some more? Now, Georgia out front for the commitment of Chris Cole. You can see there the On3 recruiting prediction machine. Some of you take that as gospel. Some of you don't buy into it at all. Now, there was a Georgia insider that recently predicted Chris Cole to the Bulldogs, so take that for what it's worth. Chad Simmons, Steve Wiltfong, the two to keep an eye on, have not made any type of predictions as of yet for Chris Cole. But again, he wants to see Tennessee. He wants to take the visit. Take it for what it's worth. Now, let's take a look at some highlights. Take a look at some of the tape here for Chris Cole. And then also I want to go through the scouting report. If Tennessee is able to get some momentum here, they need to hit a home run. They need to knock it out of the park on this visit. What type of player would they be getting in Chris Cole? This is a scouting report from 247 Sports. Brian Doan, national recruiting analyst, said a high upside prospect who can grow into his impressive frame and can line up and cover a tight end or be in the box and impact the running game. Now, that's something, you know, Tennessee's really struggled with. We talk about how they need to improve on defense. You got to get after the quarterback. It starts up front, but then you move to the second and the third levels. Linebackers have struggled in pass coverage. They've got to get better there. They do a good job in the run game, but we need elite level athletes that can play across the board. The same thing for the secondary. We talk about needing elite SEC speed in the secondary, and that's where you win. That is on the recruiting trail. Look, you cannot coach speed. We did a film breakdown on Kai Bates recently and talked about his length. You cannot coach length. There are some things that you just can't teach, and you've got to go win those on the recruiting trail, and Chris Cole sounds like the type of player that has that. Scouting report goes on to say made the transition from defensive back to linebacker as a junior, made 76 tackles, including 11 for loss, get snaps on both sides of the ball. Multi-sport profile includes track and field, in which he finished 4th at the Nike Indoor Nationals in the 60-meter hurdles and 55-meter hurdles. Says he runs a 40 in 4.6, 4.640 as a linebacker. Sign me up. Says he's got a broad jump close to 10 feet, high character prospect with impressive football IQ. He's got the athleticism to play in space. He's able to get off blocks well and shows excellent closing speed on the ball carrier, reacts quickly and excels playing downhill. Understands how to sift through traffic to make a tackle. Speed and agility shows when lined up at safety and running outside of the hash marks in pass coverage. Goes on to say that he understands proper linebacker depth and drops when playing in a zone. He's assignment savvy and does not get caught out of position. Reliable tackler who plays angles well. Continuing to improve his lateral movement is important when playing in traffic. Increasing strength is important to be able to shed blocks and deal with the rigors of college football while playing close to the line of scrimmage. We'll have to add 20 pounds or more and can be an impact player for a high-level program. Has talent, frame, and athleticism to develop into an early round NFL draft pick. So again, very detailed scouting report there from Brian Doan over at 247 Sports. Like what I read. I like what I see on the film from Chris Cole. Again, he's an elite level prospect, a top 50 type of guy. This is the type of player that you want at Tennessee. How concerned are you about the Bulldogs? How concerned are you about the prediction from the recruiting insider over there at Georgia? Now, Chad Simmons just recently, about a day or so ago, put out a Simmons scoop on Chris Cole. Says he is closing in on a decision. One is expected in August. So Tennessee will likely be the last school to have on campus, the last school to have Cole on campus. The Vols had the Virginia linebacker in Knoxville in the spring, so Tennessee will look to make a big move this weekend heading into the visit. Georgia is viewed as the favorite. Miami and Virginia Tech are two more schools in the running for Cole. Tennessee is hoping to quickly emerge as a strong contender after this trip. So that's the report from Chad Simmons when it comes to the recruitment of Chris Cole. So how much momentum, how much of a difference can Tennessee make in this one weekend visit? I think it helps that you've got Peyton Lewis in the boat. They've got a great relationship, really close friends. I made a video talking about some of these upcoming targets, briefly mentioned Chris Cole in that video. One of the things I like, he says that Peyton Lewis is recruiting him on the regular, trying to get him to come to Tennessee. The first step is wanting to come take in that official visit. Now, you may not think it means anything. You may not think it means anything. You may think he is a Georgia lock. But again, I think it's important Tennessee's going to get that last opportunity, a chance to swing late in the process. Look, we've been on the wrong side of some of these here recently. Kai Bates, Tennessee led the whole way. All of a sudden, LSU comes in and closes it out. Same thing with Braylon Russell. At one time committed to Arkansas, and then Tennessee kind of takes over that momentum, leads all the way up to the decision, and then Arkansas swings him at the end. So can we have one of these go our way? Can we flip the momentum here at the final hour going into that commitment? We got a lot of guys coming up. You know, we can continue this recruiting momentum. It's been up and it's been down. Either Josh Heupel's the greatest of all time or he can't close. It's the highs and lows of recruiting, but we're right around the corner from Amari Jefferson, 4-star wide receiver, in-state priority, Tennessee-Alabama battle. He's going to make that decision on August the 5th. Also, 4-star offensive lineman Bennett Warren. Is it Michigan or is it Tennessee? Because this one's kind of gone back and forth. We've talked about it a lot. 5-star defensive lineman Kamarion Franklin taking some final visits here once things open back up. Can Tennessee get him in the boat? Can they finish this class in the top 5? That's the narrative we've been preaching for the last couple of months. Can they finish this thing off? Right now, currently sitting at 9th, according to On3.com. What do you think about Chris Cole? Jump in the comment section. You guys know I want to hear what you think. Does Tennessee have a shot there to land the linebacker? And what would you think about overall recruiting at the linebacker position? I mean, you get Edwin Spillman in the boat, you get Jordan Burns in the boat, and then you add Chris Cole. I think that is a pretty solid haul at the linebacker position, blended with what they grabbed last year in the class of 23. But let's jump in the comment section and talk about it. As always, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Quick, free, and easy, and it helps the channel. You can also go check out the merchandise. We brought back the Buck Fama shirts. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Any and all support, greatly appreciated. Again, thank you to the members of the channel. You know, I always do the shills and the plugs. It's part of YouTube, but the bottom line is you don't have to give anything. You can hang out and enjoy the content. Smash the thumbs up for me, though, because that is quick, free, and easy. And then let's jump in the comment section, talk a little Tennessee football, because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.